actually had that the title at first, Ready to Sign Papers, and I wanted to talk about not divorce, but breaking up from old things and headed into new. And I had it written in the top of my joint. Y'all can see some of my notes. I had it written in the top of my joint, ready to sign the papers, but I changed it at the last minute. Why holding on can hold you back. Why holding on can hold you back. Y'all see this? What is that? Just tell me, what do y'all see right here? What do you see? What do you see? Anybody?
It's hard to speak because I'm driving, but I see a tree and maybe an animal in the tree.
Now, well, it might be an animal in the tree, but you see a tree. That's what it is, right? Fall leaves. Thank you, Riri. Fall leaves, right? So it's crazy because today in this devotion, I got a whole story, and I got the story online, and I'm gonna tell you the story. But it's crazy. So,
I see a new season.
You see what?
I see a new season.
A new season. I like that. Well, they just go with that song, right? This is my season for grace, for favor, right? It's working, right? So letting go of what no longer serves you. That's what we're talking about, right? So see, Curtis, you see how that your inspiration came from that, right? Curtis is going through a divorce. I done been through there. Riri been through there. Joel has been through there, right? I think Shayna's been through there. It's been so many of us that been through that season, right? So today, new season, right? Just like the song that I just played, fall is approaching. And so why holding on can hold you back? Holding on can hold you back. Why holding on can hold you back? I wrote this down right behind it. A lot of stuff I'm finna tell you. I'm literally probably gonna read this joint today because I got a real story that I thought was a great metaphor for all of this, right? So it's not about divorce, it's not about breaking up, but it's about letting go of what no longer serves you, all right? Write this in the chat, drop that, make room. I wrote it 3 times. I wrote it 3 times, you ain't got to, right? But write it, make room, make room. I'm gonna write it myself, right? Make room. There you go, make room. What's up, Brianna? What's up, Shana? Right? Here's a question. It's rhetorical. You can answer it if you want to. Microphones are open. How do you know? What's up, Jessica? I ain't see you in here. How do you know that one thing that you're holding on to is meant to be let go of versus fighting for it? How do we know? How do we know?
You feel uneasy about it. You feel uneasy about it. It's tense. You're tense. Like if you're around that person or that thing, like tension, you can feel the tension mentally. You can feel it physically in your body. And every time you try to do something inside of you is telling you that it's not right, but you're trying to hold on because you're so comfortable and complacent with that person or thing.
Right. I love it. Shana also said, it's aligned to the word of God. Ooh, we all on the word today. Brianna, what's up? Michelle made it in here today. Michelle in Baltimore. Well, she in Houston from Baltimore. We got them all over the nation again today. All right. So, why holding on can hold you back? Letting go of what no longer serves you. We dropped it in the chat, make room. We're answering the question, how do we know that the one thing that you hold on to that thing, Curtis broke it down and said, I'm ready to sign them papers, right? How do we know it's time to let it go versus fighting for it? Because to be honest, as believers, we're not taught, but we're thought to go fight for it, pray for it. God can make a way. Yes, 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 right? Right? And I wrote this down. Most of the time, y'all rock with me on this. Most of the time, when we want to make a change, the first thing we do is start saying, what do I need to add or what do I need to start, right? And then I wrote this, the best place to make a change, the best, like Michael Jackson, right? The best place to make a change is stopping, right? When we think of change, we usually be like, we're not going this direction, we're gonna start going here, right? We're not gonna do this, we're gonna start doing that. You know what? I'm finna change up my health. I'm finna start working out, right? The best thing is to stop, to start stopping, right? Letting go of people. Y'all gonna hear me say this the whole time. Letting go of people, letting go of places, letting go of things, letting go of points of views. Oh, that one got me this morning. Letting go of points of views, habits, right? Letting go of the way we think, man. All right, so let me drop these scriptures because I want to tell y'all the story. Inez, where you at? Adrian, where you at? Ephesians 5. Most of the time when you say Ephesians 5, it's about wives submitting, husbands. I ain't even going there today. Ephesians 5, verses 15 and 16. Ephesians 5, verses 15 and 16. And I'm going to read it, drop it in there so y'all know it's real. Give careful thought, stay with me, then how you live, not as unwise, but as wise. Give careful thought how you live, not as unwise, but as wise, making the most of every opportunity because the days are evil, right? So I was just like, what does that mean? If the day is evil, because we usually say this is the day that the Lord is, right? Wait, how's it evil? Wait, what? So I pulled up, I went to the streets of Google. The meaning of that is he's instructing us to maximize each moment by taking advantage of every opportunity God gives us. Thank you, Adrian. Thank you, Inez. There you go. Y'all, 2 people didn't back me up on that, so y'all know it's real, right? He's instructing us to maximize every moment of our day by taking advantage of every opportunity that God gives us. If God gave us an opportunity, take advantage. I'm gonna say it again. If God gave us an opportunity, take advantage. Here's my thought behind it, because I went to the streets of Google to break down Ephesians 5, 15 to 16. And then this is what I thought, which is pretty aligned with it. The way you live your life, Jessica, Adrian, Brianna, the way you live your life, Shayna, and who lives with you, right? Who you live it with, the way you live your life and who you live it with will help you be present and impactful spiritually in every moment of your life. Or they're going to hurt you and suck the life out of you, right? That's my thought, right? Meaning behind Ephesians 5, 15 and 16, he's instructing us to maximize each moment. My thought behind it is the way you live your life, Marcus, and who lives your life with you will help you be present and impactful spiritually, and or they're going to be hurtful and drain you. Boom, boom, done. That's how I thought about it. I pulled up another scripture. Pull this one up for me, y'all. Isaiah 43, 18 and 19. I'm going to get to my story, I promise. Isaiah 43, 18 and 19. It said this: forget the former things. Wake up. Forget the former things. Do not dwell on the past. I'm going to say that 9 times, right? Forget the former things. Marcus, forget them touchdowns you scored in high school, right? Forget them waves that I used to have in my head, right? Whatever, right? Do not dwell. Curtis, you remember the waves to do, right? You had them too. You bald head now, though. Right? Right? Forget the former things. Yeah, I'm talking about Curtis. That's my brother. I can't. Don't dwell on the past. It says, see, I am doing a new thing. Thank y'all for dropping that on there. Now it springs up. Do you not perceive it? I am making a way in the wilderness and streams in the wasteland. I'm gonna read it good again all the way through this time. Forget the former things. Do not dwell on the past. See, I am doing a new thing. This is God talking, right? Now it springs up. Do you not perceive it? I am making a way in the wilderness and streams in the wasteland. A little late today. What up, Jacob? Is all good. We're talking about how holding on can hold you back and how to let go. That's what we're talking about, right? So I went to the streets of Google and I said, what does that mean, God? Isaiah 43, 18 and 19. The scriptures are right there in the chat. God is actually telling Israel not to get stuck so much in the past, Crystal, Ignacio, don't get stuck in the past so much so that you forget that he got something new for you, Brianna, something more exciting for you, Adrian, right?
hear that.
Right? And so that's what he said in there. So I wrote down my thought, right? My thought was, God does new things, exclamation point, right? And I wrote this for myself, and y'all can apply it to your life. He is making a path through rough seasons. Anybody in a rough season or been in one? Yes, yes, right?
Oh, yeah.
I actually wrote, you just got to give it time to be creative, right? It's kind of like when you're driving on a road trip and you driving on the freeway and then you driving through the woods. At one point, where we driving at was woods too. The road you driving on right now, Ignacio, Genesis, the road on y'all in the car right now, that was once trees and dirt. Yes, it was. Believe that, right? And so you just got to give it time to get through, right? I also put, he's causing a stream, DD, in your dry season. And I use you for example right there because me and you done talked about like our merch. It might be a dry season, but it's going to be a stream one day, right? A stream turns into a flow into a river just keeps going, right? And so those are the scriptures that I went from today. Yes, yes. All right. So a few weeks ago, and you can go through, I'm gonna put it on here if y'all never been there. Blessed Beats Media, Michelle, right? All of these Zooms are on there. All of these Bible stories, Bible lessons are on there. Please subscribe. I'm trying to get to 13,000. I'm super close. Please subscribe. Even if you don't watch none of the videos, just go hit the subscribe button and then never go back. Thank you. Anyway, so I talked a few weeks ago about the seasons. Remember, some of y'all was on here. We was talking about what's our favorite season, right? And I put this tree on here because of the story that I got, right? I did all of that talking and it ain't had nothing to do with that tree. Jacob said I have a lot of past pain due to family issues. I'm holding on, my boy. Hold you back. Thank you for being here because we're going to talk about them generational curses. All right, so summer is ending. Yes, yes? Unless you live in Houston. It ain't no one. Right? Or I'm sorry, Texas. Unless you live in Texas, I might be wrong with this analogy today, but summer is technically ending. September is around the corner. It's tomorrow, right? New season is coming. New season. That's why I played that song. This is my season, right? I can't sing, but that's how it went, right? But and I wrote when we talked about fall is my favorite time of the year. Some of us we asked why it's your favorite time. I think I convinced Brianna to make it her favorite time of the year, right? You jump fly, jump fresh, weather changing, daylight saving time. Yes, yes. Trees. Trees are a good indication that the fall, a new season coming, right?
Fall and spring.
Fall and spring, yep. In the fall, right? And I'm using fall because fall is here, right? Fall and summer is ending. Big boy season. That's Curtis said big boy because that's why I wouldn't want a big boy. Listen, ain't no abs in the winter. They don't want to see no abs. Give me something else, man. That's a whole nother story. Look, somebody hit the heart. Y'all are wild. Y'all are wild, right? But check it out. Matter of fact, that's cool. That means I can get off this diet and go and get a little pudge. Look, he over here flexing. Y'all tripping today. Y'all tripping, fellas. Nah, let me get to it, man. But
Trim.
Nah, listen. So the trees are a good example that a new season is coming. So I went with this story that I saw and I was like, man, that is my whole devotion. Look at God. This metaphor, I'm going to tell y'all the story and put yourself as a character in this story. It starts like this. It starts like this. What happens, Shayna, to the trees when the fall season hits, right? It's a rhetorical question. What happens, right? The reason why a tree has leaves on it is because the tree itself, the branches, trunk, roots, it needs the leaves to get the energy from the sun so that the tree can grow. Yes, yes, y'all with me, right? The leaves' purpose is to literally grab the sunlight, convert it to energy, shoot it down through the branches, down through the trunk and to the roots, right? Yes, yes, y'all with me. Some of us skipped 4th grade or wasn't paying attention. We was ready for recess. We missed all of that, chlorophyll and all that good stuff. So this is a crash course. Yes, y'all with me. Brianna said preach. I'm preaching, right? All right, so In exchange, the tree says, all right, cool. You got these leaves, you're gonna grab this sunlight, you're gonna shoot it down through me, right to these roots, we're gonna grow. I know what I'll do for you. I'm gonna pour the water out of the ground. I'm gonna shoot it back up through the branches into the leaves, and the leaves are healthy, strong, and they green, and they do their part. It's a reciprocal relationship. Yes, yes, y'all with me? Metaphor. Pick a character. Leaves of trees. Leaves of trees, right? Drop that in the chat. Leaves of trees, right? So why does the leaves fall off in the fall then? Right? Why does the leaves fall off, air quotes, in the fall? Why holding on can hold you back? Y'all see where I'm going with this? Here, I wrote this down, Crystal. In the fall or the winter, here's what happens. There's less sunlight. We just talked about daylight savings time, right? So the leaves ain't got enough sunlight to grab the energy to shoot down the branches into the trees, into the roots, right? So the trees are like, I ain't got a lot of energy for you today, bro. Y'all with me? So guess what? The ground get colder, the weather start changing because there's less sunlight. The ground does what? The ground get hard and there's less water. So the tree like, well, you know what? Since you ain't giving me no sunlight and I ain't got that much water, I'm gonna quit giving you water. They fall off. Thank you, Inez. So the tree has to make a decision right now. The tree says, let me pull back from this relationship. Yep, y'all with me? Yes, yes. The tree says, let me pull back from our relationship. You ain't giving me no sun, I can't give you no water, you can't live. Right? Stay with me. Can y'all put yourself in one of those characters, trees or leaves, right? The tree makes this decision, pull back from his relationship with the leaves and gives less water, and the leaves get dry and die. Die. I said it just like that. Now, here's what's crazy. If the leaves stay on the tree, it's going to continue to pull water from the tree. Yes, yes, or no? Right? If these leaves stay on the tree, they're going to pull water out. That's why they're there, right? So the tree is like, yeah, you got to go, right? You ain't giving me no energy, no sunlight. I ain't giving you no water, so you got to go. Thus, the leaves fall off the trees. Here's the crazy part about that. This is when I sat up in the bed this morning and was like, Lord, you just gave me a good one on Thursday, right? I must have missed this one in the 4th grade. Yeah, you did. You told me yesterday, you repeated it. You missed it still? Anyway, right? Here's the crazy part about that. Wouldn't y'all say that's pretty? Tell me this not pretty. Make me believe this not pretty. Right? We say the fall is here. You start seeing the colors change. We be like, yeah, I like the fall. We get the orange and the brown and the cream. Inez said it's pretty. Crystal said it's pretty. It's going down. We get the yellow leaves, green leaves, orange, brown. It's pretty. On the outside, we see pretty. Everybody around you in your situation might see relationship goals, doing good on the job, stunting on for the gram. Yes, yes? Here's the truth. This is a breakup. This is a sign of a breakup. Yes or no? Because in the summer, when there's energy and there's water, they green and they full. Everybody happy. I'm getting the energy, you getting the water. It's great. Y'all see where I'm going with that? I sat up in the bed and I was like, man, this is a breakup. And it's my favorite time of the year. Oh, tell you what my spirit at. Sorry, God. It's breakup season. Okay, never mind. Forget them big boys. Nah, I'm back. I'm back, right? So I saw that, man, and I said, the leaves are like, I ain't got no more sun to give, bruh. The tree is like, I ain't got no more water to give. We got to go our separate way for a season. How holding on can hold you back. Y'all see where I'm going with this? So here's a question for y'all. Break up for new beginnings, right? Here's the question. Do you have any areas in your life, yes, yes, where you giving all your strings, you giving all your energy in a relationship, in a job, in the way you think, right? In your habits, and you not getting nothing in return in this season? Answer that to yourself in the chat, on the mic, is all good. Is any areas in your life where you giving all your strength and they ain't giving you no sun? You giving all your sun and they ain't giving you no water? Yes? And I'm not saying just people. I'm saying your train of thought, your point of view, right? Your job, your habits, right? My weed heads, right? We giving. They giving us a temporary high. Yes, yes or no, right? Right? All right, so I wrote this. See, I said nope. In order to grow, in order to be the best you, Michelle Curtis, in order to be the best you, you got to start surrounding yourself with relationships, with projects, with innovation, with friendships, with points of views, with people that are pouring into you that have the same habit in a equal exchange, or else you're gonna be like this. Equal, right there. I put that in. Drop that in the chat. Equal exchange, people. Equal exchange, or else get off my branch. Because if you don't, you're gonna kill me. You got to go. I got to get you off in order to get more sunlight because you ain't giving me none. You got to go. Yes, yes. Equal exchange, right? When those relationships, projects, friendships, thought patterns, habits are now sucking from your life, it's time to let it go. So remember the question in the beginning of this joint, how do we know when to let it go? When it is sucking from your life and not pouring into it, it's time to let it go. And I know we thinking, everybody on here thinking about people. No, think within. Think about the way you think. Think about how you approach your business. Think about how you approach your job. Think about how you take care of your body, right? Right? Think about those things. It's time to let it go. It's only sucking from us, right? Now, I got to say this. It is an anchor or a rocket. Facts. Ooh, Adrian, that's good. Y'all talked about that last night, didn't y'all? Okay, let me say this. I better appreciate that. However, this is a growth period. So before you get off the live and go cut somebody off, this is a growth period, right? Just like we were talking about in the beginning, the road you driving on right now, Brianna, was trees before. You had to let the construction happen before we take these cones up and we rolling. You got to give it a season or two, but not a season or 10. You feel me? If the season, if it's 10 years, we got to go find another direction. Yes, yes or no, right? It is a construction period of your thought process. This is why it says get wise, right? It's a construction process with the relationship. Now, here's another thing. We have trouble, we got problems letting go of friendships, and I'm going there right now. Relationships for sure, right? Habits, ways of think. We got trouble of that, but here's the new thought. Here's the new thought. If, like a tree and leaves, if it served its purpose, Riri, it served its purpose, right? If it served its purpose, it served its purpose. You hear stuff in the Bible, you hear Christians say, see, people come in your life for a reason, season, or a lifetime. Y'all heard that one before, right? Now, this does not mean no longer hanging out with these people, right? Not mean no longer watching that no more, listening to that. That's just not, now that's a whole nother thing if you just need to completely cut off, for sure. But even the tree gonna grow new leaves in the spring, right? So that means maybe find other people to add to it, other people to get close to for this season. And I'm not saying use people, I'm saying be wise, right? Right? I wrote this. Again, this does not mean kick people to the curb. Why does it mean we shouldn't kick people to the curb? Because we not perfect, right? Some days I'm pulling more than I'm giving. Some days you are too, Adrian, right? So that's just why. Y'all with me? Yes, yes, or no? Right? So we just got to put our energy, got to put all of our energy or put our streams into other things that is reciprocating what we're trying to do. That don't mean cut it off. That don't mean not talk to people no more, unless you know what that means, right? And I actually put this on here. As long as you're holding on to old stuff, as long as you're holding on to that habit, whatever habit you got, that old relationship that you know ain't going nowhere, right? You know it. I know it. We know it. You got a friendship that y'all friends because you do this. You know it. You got a way of thinking because that's how mama and them did it, or that's because I'm in this is how I think. You got a relationship like that, or that you just holding on to old stuff. You have no time for space to motivate yourself, to start nothing. You have no time to create anything. You have no time to see nothing. You got no time to go nowhere, and you know it. That's the last thing I wrote. And I was talking to me. As long as I'm holding on to old stuff, I got no time, I got no space, I got no motivation, I got no room for creativity, and I know it. Whatever my old habit is, Genesis, whatever your old habit is, Crystal, right? Whatever your way of thinking is, Adrian. Y'all with me? Ignacio, you rocking with it? Whatever your old habit is. So that story tripped me out. That was my whole devotion. And I guess it came because I actually got some sleep. I got an extra hour and 10. I feel great today. So that's where I hope that one really helped. This joint to be live. Microphone is open. Thoughts, comments, prayers, concerns. My guy who Jacob holding that got a generational curse. My guy, it might be time to shake some stuff off your leaf. Off your branch. It might be that time. Or else continue to do the same thing tomorrow. Right? We own that job and we scared to even look for another job or change careers because we know this. And guess what? The fall gonna roll around and you're gonna be making 30,000. The spring gonna roll around, you're gonna be making 30,000. The summer gonna roll around and you're gonna be making 30,000. Time to shake some stuff off. You know it ain't gonna give you space, right? You've been trying to let it go. It ain't no trying. Because if you having trouble let it go, it's gonna either kill you or drain you, right? You ain't got no space. Anybody? Anybody? That's all I got. Here, since y'all ain't talking, we'll finish the song. Some of y'all came on late. I need somebody to prophesy with your body. Say it. It's my season. Let me rewind. Thank you, Michelle. It's my season. Drop that in there. It's work. All right, we got 5 minutes. This part. Thank you, Shane. I gotta read that. I gotta stop to read that. Actually, let me play it and read it. It doesn't mean divorce, what God brought together, let no man separate. Sometimes we may experience time of separation in order to grow closer to God. Yes, but it doesn't mean it doesn't mean to go against the word of God. Facts on facts on facts. God actually in the Bible gives reasons for divorce. If it ain't one of them reasons, it might be worth keeping on. That's why I said in the very beginning, how do we know the difference between letting go and holding on, right? How do we know? Thank you for that. What book is that in? What are you talking about? What I just said? Man, I got to pull it up.
Yeah.
That was in my therapy. I had to listen to my
Oh.
therapist told me that. I'll text
Okay.
you that one.
All right.
That's it. The Bible gives the reason. Yes, Inez, you know where it's at? That was in my therapy. And my reason, my therapist was like, yep, it's time to go. It's time to go. But Shayna is right? Divorce is not, I still say this, divorce is not an option. It's not an option. There's reasons for sure. It ain't an option though, right? You stood before the people you love and before God, and you said that, listen, and y'all talking to somebody who's been through a divorce, right? But you gotta, I'm going to need to know which book that's in. Everybody want to know. Man, hold on. Thank you, Michelle. Thank you, Michelle. Matthew 5:32. Somebody else find it and drop it on there too. Make sure she ain't make that up. Divorce in the Bible is only considered only the exceptional circumstance of sexual immorality. If either spouse remarries a person not divorced under this rule, or if they have not been divorced because of immoral behavior, then they will have committed adultery. I think death is part of that. I think adultery is definitely a part of that. I want to say abuse. Abuse might be part. If abuse ain't in there, I'm adding it. I'm sorry. Right? She going upside your head. Nah, you going upside her head. Somebody got to go. Right. But yeah, Shayna is right. This does not mean go get no divorce, y'all. Real talk. But Curtis gave us the title yesterday. Ready to sign them papers. She crazy. Crazy need to be on there too, y'all. Nah. She crazy need to be on, man, she tripping, need to be on the list. I told her the game started at 2. She wait to 150 talking about go to the store. No, just play. I don't even know what that is. I don't even know how to pronounce that, Jacob. It meant fornication. Oh yeah, for sure. Oh, sandals. I ain't know what no chanticles is. Come on. Yeah, throwing sandals, whatever metaphor that is. But yeah, I'm more so, I'm not even on some divorce. I'm on some more ways of thinking, ways of living, right? Live wise. You could take this lesson for whatever season you might be in. It could be relationship. It could be friendship. It could be job. It could be, when I was reading that, I was more on some ways of thinking. Wrong, Marcus, not always us. It be them men too. Now Jessica, it's just y'all. No, I'm just playing, Justin. Kinda. For the sake of this. Fellas, hit me up after this. I'll tell you she tripping, bro. Go on, leave, bro. In fact, go to the store and don't come back, bro. Come over here, bro. No, just playing. Group text again. Ladies, listen, when we get off here at 8, we stay on about 12 talking about y'all. Did you hear what Genesis said? Nah. I'm just serious. I'm playing. All right, this joint gonna be up. This joint gonna be up on YouTube. He ain't playing. This will be up on YouTube in an hour. Man, again, go to Blessed Beats Media. Hit that subscribe button. Share the joint if y'all like it. Make an alert on your phone. 7:29 Monday. I'm not on tomorrow. So, all right, y'all.